Guys, it's Arnie. Today I want to talk about my mastery set and I'll explain why I did this specific set and also if this mastery set can also be good for you, or I will explain how I decided to do this specific set. So I have two main champions. Champions types, let's say. One is a mystic type. I love to play with voodoo and other mystic champions, and other are the bleeders like Wolverine, which is I use in Alliance quest, like Captain America World War II, sometimes I use in war and in different quests. So those both type of champions I like to play, and this is the reason why I build my masteries around them. So let's start with couple base masteries. So this mastery, strength, greater strength, all this precision and cruelty, those masters are the base masters I think for everyone should have. It's not a very expensive one, and these masters will boost you to a lot in this game. So there is one point on Pyrrhus, because I don't think there is a need to put more points on these masteries, because critical hits already penetrating the blocks and armor, so I'm not sure need to put more than one master here. This one, Courage, I think it's very important mastery, because usually, especially in Alliance Wars or even in Alliance Quest, you will fight below 50% health. Most of the time, especially if you're in higher tiers. So this master will boost your attack by 20%, and it's a lot, so I do suggest put all 3 points on those masters. I played a lot with Glass Cannon. I put 3 points on there, I put 1 point, and honestly I haven't seen any specific changes on how fast I kill opponents, so I decided not to put any points on this mastery. But what I do changed, I put 3 points on Deep Wounds. I think Deep Wounds is one of the best masters in this game. Rank 3 will increase the bleed for another 1.5 seconds. It's a lot of time, and also if you have more health, it automatically will take health from your opponent 0.6%. So it's also very critical and important. Okay, so let's move on. I put 3 points on Assassin. I wanted to put more, but I did something different and I'll show you soon. So Assassin also is one of the great masteries. If your opponent below 80% health, you gain a lot of attack by 40%, and also our defensive ability reduction by 60%, so you can disable regeneration, you can disable Spidey's evade, and many different buffs or defensive abilities that other opponents have. So it's pretty cool. So this is my offense points, 25 points. Now let's go to defense. So once I had this mastery, Stand Your Ground, and I love this mastery, but I decided not to use it anymore, because if you do want to get a maximum from this master, you need to take this, to put 5 points on it. Less than 5 points, it's just not worth it. So I decided not to use it, because I'm trying not to get hit, trying to use intercept most of the cases, or evade attack. What I did, I put 4 points on block proficiency. I think this is important mastery. This will increase my block proficiency by 800 points. I don't really what this means, but it just decreases the damage that you get for block damage. I put 3 points on perfect block, because 1% won't do any difference, but sometimes, especially if you're playing with Captain America, this will help you. You can get just 0 damage. And I'm playing a lot with Voodoo, and Voodoo have very low block proficiency and very low armor, so those masteries help him to receive less block damage. So I have 3 points, and I think this is a must on recovery mastery. It will increase your all regeneration by 50%, and it's a lot. It also increases the willpower, so currently I have 2 points on willpower. I'm keeping willpower especially for Alliance War defense. I don't think I need it for my attack, but I still keep them at 2 points. Okay, next mastery is a self mastery. I think it's also underrated mastery. I think it's worth 3 points, and I will explain. So if you put 3 points on this mastery, you will recover 4 health twice per 60, this means 8 health per second, and multiplied by 60 you will get 480 health, and with the recovery mastery it also will increase it by 15%, so it's around 550 health, and I think it's a lot, because if you're playing Alliance War or Alliance Quest and you need to move through different paths and you will get some block damage, or even if you move it just completed without any hit, this will add a lot of health to your base health, so it can help you to recover from different fights. So I think this mastery worth 3 points. So this is my defense tree, it's only 17 points, and don't think I need more than this, and I really can't see any other case where you will need more than those points. Maybe if you start playing this game or still using a lot of block, maybe stand your ground will be much better than this mastery. So next one, let's go to my utility tree. So I'll start with base mastery, dexterity, everyone must have it. I don't think it's worth put more than 1 point here, it just will increase critical chance, critical rating for next attack, and it doesn't really matter when you play this game, so 1 point, it's all you need. Okay, so I decided to put Trip on Limber, and again it's specifically for Alliance War defenders. I do want to have my champions recover from parry much faster than without this master, so I put 3 points. I put 3 points on parry, and because I'm playing with low block proficiency champions, parry is very important. If you parry, you will get some damage, and this will reduce damage by 25% and also can increase the stun duration. But it's not promised, it can increase by 2 seconds. I really don't understand why. I also put 3 points on Stupefy. I think it's a great mastery, it's increased my stun for another half second. It sounds less, but it's a lot, especially if you're doing Labyrinth of Legends. Another mastery that I decided to put 2 points on this mastery is Petrify. And what it's usually do, when you stun your opponent, it just reduces his power gain and regeneration by 20%, and when you play this game you need to know how to parry, and usually you will parry, and this will allow you to do some good amount of hits, and the power bar will just rise of your opponent will just rise much slowly. So I decided to put 2 points here. I think Pacify is a very good mastery, especially for Alliance War, especially against Magics or Electros. If you put 3 points on this, you will have 30% chance to reduce accuracy ability. So let's say you parry magic just before 1 power bar and then start attacking her, you will reduce the chances drastically. So if you focused on Alliance War, I suggest to put 3 points here. I have Voodoo against Magics, and I usually bring Black Widow for Alliance War, so she is good against Electro or Spidey's, so I decided not to put any points on this mastery, but again, it's a great mastery. Another important mastery to me, and this is Mystic Dispersion. So this is a very crucial mastery if you play with Mystic Champions, and if you put Mystic Champions as Alliance War defenders. Every buff that expires on your opponent, you will get automatically 8%, and if you have Mystic Dispersion at level 5, you will get 12%. So as a defender, it's very tough to beat them, especially if you playing Stun Immune, Juggernaut, or any Mystic Champions, that each time you evade the trigger dexterity, they will get 12 or 8% power, so it's crazy. And I'm trying to get points, and I need a lot of points, 55 Mystic Cores, and it's cost a lot to get Mystic Dispersion to level 5. Another mastery that I think already not needed, it's Detection. Before this 15.0 update, Alliance War, I used Voodoo and Black Widow, so I do want you to know if the next champion is a Science, because the Science is usually Spidey or Electro. So I used used Black Widow and kept my Voodoo healthy. So I decided to unlock this mastery. I think in the new Alliance War this master will be worthless, and I will put it on a different tree. So guys, this was my mastery set. I think it really depends on the type of champions and the classes that you play, and I think you need to play with different variation of masteries. The recovery is free once it's called a lot of units, but almost each point costs a unit, so you need to be careful when you're resetting your mastery. You need to make sure that you have units to do this. And if you have any questions, guys, comment below. I try to help you. I'll try to answer any question that I can answer. I will, and again, this mastery tree is only my opinion and it's suitable for me. Play with masteries, see what's best for you, and see you soon, guys, on my next video.